Hi, this is We the ItaliaNews. My name is Umberto Mucci, and this is a podcast regarding Italy during coronavirus times. Today is Sunday, May 24, the 21st day of Italy on phase 2 of this crisis, and this is the 75th video of We the ItaliaNews. With today, we also end the first week of the audio version of this podcast. Yesterday, there were no new cases in 4 regions and no new coronavirus deaths in 7 regions: Valle d'Aosta, Umbria, Abruzzo, Campania, Calabria, Molise, Basilicata, and Trentino Alto Adige. Out of 669 new cases registered yesterday in Italy, 441 were in Lombardy. Out of 119 deaths in the last 24 hours, 56 were in Lombardy. Out of 57,752 cases currently positive in Italy, over 25,000 are in Lombardy. Out of 32,735 coronavirus deaths, almost 16,000 happened in Lombardy. But this is not a problem of Lombardy. It is a problem of Italy, united, together, as one. Somebody commenting one of these videos of mine wrote that Italians are tired of Lombardy. Well, let me tell you, it's not true, and not even right to say so. Italians are absolutely and fully sympathetic to the inhabitants of Lombardy, who are not to blame and have lost many of their loved ones and are still fighting this virus with more strength and danger than others. Here you will find nothing but love, solidarity and support for all Italians, no one excluded. And today, if there's a region to which I personally feel more close to and attacked, is Lombardy, a beautiful land full of good, hard-working, talented and honest people. Italy will only come out of this horrendous challenge if it is united and in solidarity. Today we are all Lombards, oggi siamo tutti Lombardi. I strongly feel the need to repeat this, and this is the thought of all of us at We the Italians, where, among other things, one of us 3 partners and 3 wonderful people on our staff are from Lombardy. No Italian will be left behind, no one. On May 21 in Veneto, a zero quota in contagions was reached. It is thanks to the Veneto model, the one that worked the best in Italy. Other regions have also reached zero quota in contagions, but those are areas where the coronavirus has struck less violently. Veneto, on the other hand, is the region where the first death of an Italian citizen was recorded for coronavirus on February 21. From the very first moment, the Veneto strategy has focused on one factor: tests. The first tests were done on the entire population of Vo Euganeo, the small town where the first deceased person came from and where the first cases were recorded. Vo Euganeo immediately became a red zone. The same tests were then repeated 3 weeks later, providing data that would then become fundamental to understand the development of the epidemic and of the virus for Italy and for the whole world. The Veneto region ordered the materials to do the swabs on January 10-20, and coronavirus was only mentioned in China. Of course, and unfortunately, as often happens here in Italy when there is a success, in Veneto they are now fighting over who should take the credit. Now, the result of a survey published yesterday is very interesting. It will tell you several things about Italy, past and present, and maybe future. In the transition from the health emergency to the economic emergency, the question arises as to whether the spirit of cohesion that has characterized the social climate in the last 2 months can be kept alive, or whether it will give way to different attitudes. The opinions of Italians on how citizens have reacted to the pandemic are not unequivocal, starting from the opinion on the respect of the measures adopted by the authorities. The survey says that 49% believe that there have been too many violations, and the majority of Italians have not understood the importance of respecting the directives, while 39%, and I am among them, are of the opposite opinion and are convinced that most Italians have shown great civic sense and respect for the rules. However, when we think of people close to us as relatives, friends and acquaintances, 52% of us think that the people we hang out with have respected the rules out of a sense of responsibility. This is very Italian. Everyone has his or her family to protect. Italians are also divided on how relations between us and others will change when we return to normality. 38% believe that the ties between people will be strengthened and will be marked by a new trust, while 36% think the opposite. Even the spirit of cohesion from citizens in the most critical phases of the emergency sees opposing opinions. For 44%, the pandemic has awakened the civic sense of Italians. For 42%, this aspect has been overemphasized. About the future, only 22% expect the spirit of unity to remain strong, while 63% are convinced that everything will return as before, and feelings of anger and division will hinder Italy's exit from the crisis. Pessimism prevails among all social segments, regardless of age and political orientation, but the most negative thoughts are recorded among the people most exposed to the consequence of the crisis, reproposing the usual Italian gap between those who are granted and those who are not, the unsecured classes, the latter being formed by young people, self-employed workers, and those with fixed-term contracts. Finally, 35% declare themselves more angry than before the pandemic, while 12% declare themselves less angry. If you're interested in where I stand, I'm in the second group, and I hope for the majority of you are in the same group. It's all for today. Please stay safe and stay healthy. Happy Sunday if possible. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Memorial Day, and please listen and watch the videos on our YouTube channels and on the social channels. My name is Umberto Mucci. This was We the ItaliaNews.